Hello guys, welcome back to KTM All Subject Explanation. Today I am going to explain history second chapter growth of nationalism. Okay, okay, let's see. The concepts of nationalism and right of self-determination initiated by the French Revolution. The concepts of nationalism. What is meant by nationalism? Nationalism means feeling of oneness. We are one, like. Next, the social religious reform movements in India. The social religious reforms movements in India. Okay, means the movements of social religious reforms. Okay. Next, as an offshoot of modernization introduced by the British in India, as a reaction of the Indians to the British colony policies. Reaction of the Indians for the British policies. Okay. Next, factors leading to the growth of nationalism. Nationalism refers to the feeling of oneness and a common consciousness that emerges when people living in a common territory shares the same historical, political, and cultural background, have the same cultural values, and consider themselves as one nation. First of all, nationalism refers to feeling of oneness. Second point, common consciousness means the common feelings that emerges when people living in a common territory, when the people living in a same village or anything share the same historical, political, and cultural background. They share same historical, political, cultural background, have the same cultural values, and cultural consider themselves as a nation. Okay, next go to next page. This paragraph I am leaving this. Next, the economic exploitation. Here the points I've given 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points are there. Let's see. Peasants. Who are peasants? The peasants are small farmers. Okay, they were the main victims of British colonial policies. They are main. They are very needful for the British policies. They have to uh, they have to grow indigo. No, that's why the government took away a large part of their produce in the form of land revenue and taxes. The government took away a large part of their produce. Means the government of Britishers, they took away a large part of their produce. Means the small farmers producing plants, fruits. These all took by the British government in the form of land revenue and taxes. These exorbitant taxes led the peasants into the clutches of landlords and moneylenders. Artisans and craftsmen. Let's see. What is the exploitation? Let's see of artisans and craftsmen. The British economic policies were against the interest of Indian trade and industry. The British policies means the British orders, their rules are against our Indian trades and industries. Next, the English East India Company used its political power to destroy Indian handicrafts and industry. They use their political power to destroy our handicrafts and industries. Next, the working class. The growth of modern industries led to the birth of a new social class in India. The growth of modern industries. The growth of new industries led to the birth of means it by by growing of these new industries, the new social class in India. it started new social class in India, the working class. They were exploited by the factory owners who were generally Englishmen. And they were exploited means wasted by the factory owners who are generally Englishmen. Okay, next, educated Indians. The only employment available to the educated Indians was government service in which competition has high and chances of promotions were bleak. Let's see. The only employment available to the educated Indians. Employment means the jobs. The jobs were available for our Indians, educated Indians, was government service. The service to the government in which competition was high. Means uh, the jobs are available in high challenges. They were high competition. Means so many educated Indians wants the jobs, and the chances of promotions were bleak. Uh, Next, repressive colonial policies. Let's see the repressive colonial policies. What are these policies? Let's see. They have given a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are there. 5 colonial policies. Let's see. Lord Lytton organized a Grand Delhi Darbar in 1877 to proclaim Queen Victoria as the Empress of India. Uh, Lord Lytton, here the beside this paragraph, the photograph has given the Lord Lytton organized a Grand Delhi Darbar. Means the Grand Delhi Darbar in 1877 to achieve Queen Victoria as the Empress of India. Next, lakhs of rupees were spent on the event. The lakhs of rupees, the more money they spent on this event. Which event? Grand Delhi Darbar. Okay, next, Lord Lytton introduced the Vernacular Press Act 1878 and Indian Arms Act 1878. He introduced the Vernacular Press Act and Indian Arms Act. Okay, what is meant by vernacular press and Indian arms? Let's see. Vernacular Press Act forbade vernacular papers to publish any material that might incite feelings of dissatisfaction against the British government. Vernacular Press Act forbade vernacular papers. These act is to publish any material that might incite the feelings of means that give feelings of dissatisfaction against the British government. Okay, they get it. Let's see Indian Arms of Act. Indian Arms of Act was made in 1878. It made it a criminal offence for Indians to carry arms without license. This act made it criminal offence for Indians without a license. If an Indian without if an Indian doesn't carry without license, it is a big criminal offence. That is only this Indian Arms Act. Let's see third one. The maximum age limit for appearing in an Indian civil service examination was reduced from 21 to 18 years. The maximum age limit. Okay, it means the maximum age limit means the age limit for appearing in a Indian civil service examination. To attempt the Indian civil service exam, we should have 19. It has reduced it to 21 to 19 years. Okay. Exam was held in London. The reduction in age limit made it more. Okay, next. Lord Lytton. If you see here, the spelling mistake is there. Lord Lytton removed import duties on cotton textiles for the benefit of British cloth industry at the cost of nascent Indian textile industry. He removed import duties on cotton textiles. He removed duties on cotton textiles for the benefit of British cloth industry. He support for British in this act in this one. He removed the duties on cotton textiles for the benefit of a British cloth industry at the cost of nascent Indian textile industry. Okay. Okay. Next, this bill provided for the trial of a British. Okay, sorry. Sir C.P. Ilbert, the law member of the Viceroy's Council, prepared a bill. Viceroy Council, the law member, prepared a bill, popularly known as Ilbert Bill. Ilbert Bill means that this bill provided for the trial of British or European persons by Indians. This bill provided for the trial of British or European persons means this bill was provided for the trial of British persons, okay, by Indians. By this act, the British tried to introduce equality between British and Indian judges in India. By this act, the Britishers tried to introduce equality between the judges of Indian judges, so the judges of India. Okay. Socio-religious reform movements. Okay, let's see. The first member, the Raja Ram Mohan Rai. Though here the top the photo was given. Let's see. He was one of the greatest social and religious reformers of the 19th century. Do you get it? He was one of the greatest, means he is the greatest social and religious reformer of 19th century. He was belongs to 19th century. He was a great social and religious reformer. Okay. Next, he wanted to do away with the religious and social evils which were prevalent in Bengal at the time. He was deeply moved by the love for his people. Means he was worked for people only and country and worked hard throughout his life. He worked hard throughout his life. In his lifetime, he worked very hard. Next, the social, intellectual, and political regeneration. His approach, the approach of religion. Let's see. Raja Ram Mohan Rai was a great humanist who stressed the unity of all regions. Okay? Raja Ram Mohan Rai was a great humanist. Means he was a great humanist who stressed on the unity of all regions. He very tensed in the unity of all religions in India. As a young man, he studied Sanskrit and Hindu philosophy also. He studied Sanskrit and Hindu philosophy. Next, the Quran as well as Persian and Arabic literature. He studied Sanskrit, Hindu philosophy, and Quran, and as well as Persian and Arabic literature. Okay. He studied Sanskrit, Hindu philosophy, Quran, Persian and Arabic literature. Okay, next. He made an intensive study of Western thought and culture. He made an intensive study of Western thought and culture. To study the Bible in the original, he learned Greek and Hebrew. to study the Bible. He wants to study Bible, so he learned Greek and Hebrew. To learn to study means to read Bible. He study Greek and Hebrew. Okay, next the social reforms made by Raja Ramohan Rai. Next, Ramohan Rai was against the rigidity of the caste system. He was against the rigidity of the caste system. He started a campaign for the abolition of sati and purdah system, condemned polygamy, discouraged child marriages, and advocated the rights of widows to remarry. Next, pioneer of Indian journalism. The Ramohan Roy was a staunch nationalist and a pioneer of Indian journalism. He was a staunch nationalist. He was a nationalist pioneer in Indian journalism. He was a pioneer of Indian journalism. He brought out a number of journals in Bengali, English, Hindi, and Persian to spread scientific, literary, and political knowledge among the Indians and raise public knowledge among the Indians and raise public opinion on topics of current interest and to represent popular demands and the grievances about the British government. Let's see. See here. He brought out a number of journals. What are the journals? Brought out a number of journals in Bengali, English, Hindi, Persian to spread scientific, literary, and political knowledge. To spread the political, literary, and knowledge among the Indians, and to raise public opinion, and to raise the opinion of the Indian on topics of current interest and to represent popular demands and grievances, represent popular demands. He brought out a number of journals in Bengali, English, Persian, and more. Political rights. In the words of Rabindranath Tagore, the Raja Ramohan Rai inaugurated the modern age in India. He inaugurated the modern age in India. He was the father of Indian Renaissance. Okay, he was the father of Indian Renaissance and the prophet of Indian nationalism. We will discuss Jyotiba Phule and other topics also in next part. If you like this video, please share to your friends. Please subscribe. Okay, thank you.